Welcome to the Broadcast Podcast with Kiki and Shane. Unfortunately, Kiki is not available with us due to extenuating circumstances, be it like, rent and work. So things tend to happen, and unfortunately, sorry about that, folks. Things tend to happen, and unfortunately, our schedules didn't really match up today. So Kiki is going to be unavailable, but Kiki is always part of the show. Her name is in the title for a reason. She is my partner in crime, and she will be back. So do miss her and send her love. All right, so now at the opening of the show, it's time for the Shameless Plug. That's right, folks. You can actually, we're able to be found now on Google. If you want to do a search, you can go to Google, search up Low Down Dirty Podcast. Low Down Dirty Podcast. You're actually going to be able to find us up there. It's going to show up. We're available on all of your major podcast providers. Apple, Spotify, Google, you name it. We're on it just about. We're working our way up. I haven't made it to Odyssey yet, but I have submitted my application. Unfortunately, it takes up to 2 months to actually get any response on that application. So worst case scenario, if you can't find us in any of the providers that you have available to you, you can always go directly to the website. You can go to lowdowndirtyshane.com. That's right, lowdowndirtyshane.com. We are official. We are a website. It is a domain. Wow, it's my domain. Welcome to my domain. You can sign up for the email on there as well, too. That's always available to you. Sorry, I'm bumping all kinds of things around here. It's a little bit cramped in the Broadcast Podcast. You can check out the website. You can sign up for the email blast. That lets you know whenever new things are going to be happening on the site. I've got new things that are going to be happening, new things that are available. I do have a troll on my site. See if you can find the son of a bitch. He's talking shit on me. I want him to fucking stop. All right. Also, we're doing other editions. We've got more things that are going to be coming soon. Now, Scoob's page, Scooby is going to be changed to Scoobs. I don't want any copyright infringements or anything against Hanna-Barbera. Much love to Hanna-Barbera. It's because of them I carry the name that I do. So Scooby is my nickname, but Scooby's name is officially going to be changed to Scoobs. It's going to be Scoobs with a Z, his conspiracy corner. Don't want any trouble with anybody on that situation. We're also going to be adding more things to it. I've got the clothing line that's coming up, and if you look on the raw background noise page, we're going to be adding up here soon. There's a little bit deeper parts into me you'll be able to find. You can get my inner thoughts in there. I'm going to leave them for you to read and tell me what you think. You can also find us on Facebook. All of the links of everything that I'm telling you is available on the website. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on fucking Discord or something, I think. And I think I've got some other shit. And of course, if you're watching here on YouTube, my apologies to you for not having Kiki available and you have to look at my sorry face. But I'm going to make it easier for you here in a minute. We're going to minimize me and we're going to go onto the main screen. We're going to get to the stories here. Let's get to the meat of the subject. Also, you can find new episodes of us available on all of your podcast providers. Not so much. I'm working more on YouTube, but all of your major podcast providers, we do have new episodes almost daily. I will not say daily because the moment I say daily and I miss a day, I'm going to have y'all head first up my ass. And that's something I don't need. My hemorrhoids have enough itching issues. All right. Well, let's get on to the news, folks. Of course. So apparently Ukraine is the major issue. Ukraine is on everybody's mind. Ukraine is what everybody is talking about. But there's all kinds of conversations that are going back and forth. I honestly don't know what's going on with Ukraine. I have no fucking clue. I know people are dying. I know Russia is in there, and he probably doesn't even need to be in there. He's got no business in there. But I know it's fucking with our oil, it's fucking with our gas prices, and it's fucking with our cost of everything over here. And it's getting fucking ridiculous. That's what I know. We should have never gotten away from our own little energy independence, but that's just my personal opinion on what the fuck I know. I'm just a little dumbass peon wearing a fucking Perry the Platypus shirt, so don't take my word for it. Let's look and see what the actual, what the news broadcast companies have to offer. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Let's see. Forgot to actually bring up and show y'all everything what we got. See, this is the actual providers that we've got available for you. You can find us on here. This is the website. If you want to take a look, this is our website that is available. Welcome to the shit show, kiddies. Again, we are a Broadcast Podcast, and this is all, I suck at editing. So let's All right, fuck it. Let's go on with the show. All right, CNN. We're looking at a 40-mile-long Russian military convoy heading toward Kyiv. This is the major story that everybody's talking about because this is the thing that's happening up to the minute. Dude, this shit is getting crazy. So apparently they are looking to surround the city of Kyiv. Now, according to some of the news networks, they're saying that Kyiv has approximately 1.6 million people in there. That's the same as San Diego or something like that, or San Francisco, or one of those fucking things. Apparently Disney is going to stop releasing films in Russia as well, too, because of all of this. Everybody is doing everything they can to provoke Russia and to hurt Russia in any form or fashion that they can. And because of this, I don't know if everything that we're doing is actually hurting anything on Russia. I mean, if Putin wants to do what Putin wants to do, Putin's going to fucking do it, and that's about all that's going to fucking happen. So right now, I think what we're waiting on to see what the EU is going to do, because the EU is going to be a lot of the main decision right there. I mean, they're going to be, if the EU gets involved, and that's, part of NATO or whatever the fuck. I honestly don't know all of this shit. I suck at geography. I suck at a lot of this stuff. I am just a fucking layman, like a lot of people learning this shit as I fucking go, man. And the sad thing is, I'm trying to have to get this information from the mainstream media. And you see this shit. This is what we're covering here, right? I clicked on that walking fucking thing for the damn 40-mile long thing. And what does it take me to? It takes me to Disney's not showing fucking movies anymore, right? I tried to click on the convoy, so let's look at this one right here, the satellite images, right? Russia invades Ukraine, and I'll have updates on the satellite images. Then we've got overstretched Russian forces could struggle to hold Ukraine at current levels, experts predict. So these experts are talking about the fact that, Russia's going to be struggling with Ukraine, but how do they fucking know this? How do they fucking know this? Right? And why aren't we seeing reporters live in the middle of the fucking firefights? Didn't we see that shit whenever it was in Baghdad and everything before Baghdad? I mean, they had reporters on the fucking front lines of Vietnam. They have reporters out there in fucking Baghdad and everything over in Iraq and Desert Storm, Desert Shield. All of that fucking Gulf War shit. Dude, I saw people out there on the front lines all the fucking time. There was reporters that was getting shot at. But now the only thing we ever see is reporters walking around in the aftermath, and the only actual firefight footage we have is from cell phones from fucking other people that already live there in the country. So what the fuck is going on? Because again, I don't trust the mainstream media. They have their agenda. See, everything is going on over here, and we're all united, and we're all, for Ukraine, which I am for peace. I am for, no losses of life. I don't want anybody to die. But why the fuck didn't we have this kind of an outrage and everything going on with the Uyghur fucking Muslims over there in China that are making all the clothes that we're wearing on our fucking backs, man? Why aren't we having a fit about all of that shit going on? All of these fucking masks that we've been having to wear, these Uyghur fucking Muslims have been making the sons of bitches, and we've been wearing them on our face like it's fucking, like it's a fresh pair of fucking soul panties out of a vending machine in Japan. I mean, this shit is getting fucking crazy, man. It's unfucking real. And right now, everybody backs up of whatever the fuck, this mainstream media is going to tell you about, right? Which apparently, look over here on Fox News. Here's your main fucking situation. Putin's 40 miles of killing machines taunt Ukraine's capital as Russia unleashes an air power blitz. I mean, come on. Why do you taunt Ukraine's capitals? Dude, these are strategic fucking hits for certain fucking reasons. Why aren't we looking at the strategic fucking hits? Why aren't we finding out the reasons behind these strategic fucking hits? If this was a full-on assault and invasion, he would just be smothering it like fucking Genghis Khan, man. Just take over the fucking area. Alexander the Great did the same goddamn thing, man. And this is getting all fucking crazy. And while all of this shit's going on and everything else, and our border's fucking collapsing and gas prices are getting to be about $12 a fucking gallon here in a couple of weeks, what do we have? We have Vice President Harris. Vice President Harris is actually being commended and everything. Vice President Harris, she is being commended and introduced because it is Black History Month, right? Oh shit, sorry, I forgot one thing, folks. One more thing about Ukraine. Apparently the whole fucking situation with Ukraine and Russia and everything else, everybody is doing everything they can to not support fucking Russia, right? We're not trying to support Russia. We're not trying to fucking help Russia. We're trying to take away the money. Even the people in fucking Oklahoma are pouring out Russian fucking vodka, right? Everybody's doing their support, their type of way that they can support Ukraine to take down Russia in some form of fashion, hurt them in any form of fashion. Well, here's the question to Miss Jen Psaki. Miss Jen Psaki received a question, and the question was, are we going to stop buying Russian oil? Well, let's see what she has to say about it.
What is the stance of the U.S. and buying Russian gas at this point? At this point, are we ready to pledge not to buy any more Russian gas?
Well, as you know, it's really. Let me give you actually kind of an update on this because I think there's been a little confusion. One moment. So as it relates to Russian gas, U.S. government doesn't dictate where the U.S. market sells our own oil and gas products, nor where it acquires crude or refined products for domestic consumption. This is all up to the private sector, other than exceptions like countries under sanctions. So the U.S. refiners currently importing Russian products are largely legacy refinery operations tooled in Hawaii and Alaska for certain supplies because of geography, and imports to the Gulf, both of certain refined products and of crude, as refiners in the Gulf mix crude supplies to meet the needs of their particular refinery designs. There have been companies, obviously private sector companies, who have made decisions and announcements, and we certainly applaud that.
So, can you just explain, though, what you laid out at the beginning? Because I'm a little bit unclear. You just in layman's terms, we are not going to be making any policy from the U.S. government that would prohibit the sale or the purchase of Russian gas, then, because it's not something that we already do?
We haven't ruled out that, but I think what I wanted to convey is what is accurate about what happens now and how it currently works.
Go ahead. Jen, thank you. Staying on that topic for a moment.
Well, fucking yes or no question. And you know what? I understand Boomhauer from King of the Hill better than I do her goddamn fucking answer. What the fuck was that long-winded fucking horseshit that she fucking gave? She was given a simple yes or no fucking question and could not give a simple yes or no fucking answer. Is that what it requires to be a fucking politician? So you can talk in fucking circles and nobody understand what the fuck you're talking about? The double talk that was talked about in the 1984? Gee, fucking wonder. All right, now on to fucking Kamala Harris, all right? Kamala Harris is apparently being introduced because it is Black History Month. So let's take a look.
Last. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President of the
Oh my goodness, what a slip up right there. Was that on accident? Was that on purpose? Was that just a subconscious talking to us? What the fuck is going on with that shit right there? How do you accidentally slip up? This is your fucking husband that's supposed to be the president of the United States, but apparently Potato in Chief can't even stand up for himself, and he's like, oh, whoops-a-daisy. That's funny. No, it's not fucking funny. That's just an insult to her goddamn husband. She fought so hard for that fucking DR in front of her fucking name because she got a fucking doctorate in teaching or something in that fucking nature. But now she's going to turn around and she's going to piss and moan about all of that shit, and then she's going to accidentally call Camel Toe Harris the fucking president. Are you serious? Let's get this shit straight, folks. I mean, come the fuck on. What the fuck are we watching on this shit? Well, let's look at Miss Kamala Harris, see what all of her fucking accomplishments have been made in Kamala Harris. According to whitehouse.gov, Miss Kamala D. Harris is the Vice President of the United States of America. She was elected Vice President after a lifetime of public service, having been elected District Attorney of San Francisco, California, Attorney General, and United States Senator. A lifetime. Is this before or after she was sucking cock to get to where she's at or dating the fucking talk show host? I'm just trying to figure out which part of the lifetime we're looking at here. Is this like cat lifetimes where it's multiple lifetimes, or what's going on with this shit? Vice President Harris was born in Oakland, California, to parents who immigrated from India and Jamaica. She graduated from Howard University and the University of California Hastings College of Law. So she's not a complete fucking idiot, okay? She knows how to fucking put two and two together.
together and everything else, right? She just only turns dumbfounded whenever she's in front of the camera. Maybe it's stage fright. Maybe she doesn't know how to act. Maybe she has problems reading the script. I don't know. Let's read on and find out. All right, here's a quote from Kamala Harris. She says, quote, "My mother would look at me and she'd say, 'Kamala, you may be the first to do many things, but make sure you're not the last.'" See, apparently she was not the first to actually try to suck dick to get ahead, but she won't be the last on that one. Monica beat her on that one, but I think Monica's got a little better ending than hers is going to have. Hers is going to be a little bit darker. Vice President Harris and her sister Maya Harris were primarily raised and inspired by their mother, Shamala Gapalan. God, dude, I am destroying these names, and my apologies on that for anybody in that area because I'm sorry. Gapalan, a breast cancer scientist and pioneer in her own right, received her doctorate the same year Vice President Harris was born. So apparently, if you're going to be in politics, you have to be born into fucking money. People that can actually go to major universities, so you can go to law school and everything else, and you can become part of the elite. That's apparently what it takes. So if you want to go into politics, you can't be a Joe Schmo like me, especially a fucking moron. Well, you might be able to get away with being a moron. I mean, look at Beto. Throughout her career, the vice president has been guided by words she spoke the first time she stood up in court. Kamala Harris for the people. Says in 1990, Vice President Harris joined the Alameda County District Attorney's Office, where she specialized in prosecuting child sex assault cases. She then served as managing attorney in San Francisco District Attorney's Office and later as chief of the Division of Children and Families for San Francisco City Attorney's Office. Then why the fuck can't she do much of anything about the problems we have with all the sex trafficking and shit? If she's going to sit there and she's going to do all this child sex assault, let's look at some of the child sex assault history and some of these other fucking families that are in these offices right now. I mean, come on, man. In 2010, Vice President Harris was elected California's Attorney General and oversaw the largest state justice department in the United States. She established the state's first Bureau of Children's Justice and instituted several first of their kind reforms that ensured greater transparency and accountability for the criminal justice system. Greater transparency. You mean the fact how he had to get a Freedom of Information Act to find out that she was withholding fucking evidence to keep a man from fucking getting off on a life sentence? Dude, there was fucking already, there was DNA evidence that she was trying to withhold, and actually this guy was innocent. He should not have been, but because she didn't want anything to go against her fucking case, she denied this information. See, and that's why I'm telling you people, man, you can't trust everything that's going on in this world, man. These people are going to feed you what the fuck they want to feed you. Now, mind you, I am not a news agency. I don't have to give you all of the info. I give you the information, then I give you my opinion. This is an opinion show, similar to Rachel Madcow, how she has her fucking opinion show on MSDNC. But at the same time, I'm not going to tell you what to fucking think. I'm only going to tell you what the fuck I think, and I can let you think for your fucking self. If you don't like what the fuck I say, then don't like what the fuck I say. You can go somewhere else with that information. I'm just giving you everything that they're putting up here on the fucking screen, and then I'm giving you what my opinion is on the whole situation. You got to look at the past and everything that's been happening, folks, man. Too much shit's getting fucking crazy. But let's move on to a better subject. Let's move on to entertainment fucking news. Now look at this shit right here. 2022 movie releases, 9 comic book epics that will blow your mind. This is coming from cineworld.co.uk. I looked this up here because I was just curious on like what all comic book movies are going to be coming out this year, and this shit is getting crazy. Now we already know the Batman's going to be coming out. What's everybody's thoughts on Robert Pattinson taking on the role as Batman? You know, I've had a lot of people talk to me about this one right here, and they're always like, I don't know about Robert Pattinson, man, because of the fact he was in Twilight and all of that shit. Honestly, you know what? Everybody thought the same thing about Heath Ledger whenever he was taking on the role as the Joker. He was only in Brokeback Mountain and fucking Knight's Tale. He's good at some of this stuff, but can he really be a Joker? Now look at the son of a bitch. Can't nobody ever fucking top the performance that he got. Even if they did top it, because he's dead, nobody would ever allow it to be topped just because he's already up there. So the Batman actually looks pretty good. He's supposed to be taking on the Court of Owls and the Talons and all of that stuff and the Riddler. And it's supposed to be based off of the Long Halloween. I'm just curious on how it's going to turn out. And this is supposed to be a younger Batman. So he doesn't have all of the high tech shit. It's a little bit lower to the grind kind of steampunk shit. So I'm just kind of curious on how it's going to turn out. The only real problem I have with the Batman movie, it's 3 fucking hours long. Jesus Christ. Are you serious? 3 fucking hours. I get it. It's a long, deep, detailed, dark fucking story and everything. But holy Christ, I am 45 years old. I can't hold in a pee that goddamn long, especially drinking after a half pound of fucking soda in those movie theaters, because they kind of force feed that shit down your throat, man. And you got to drink all the sodas because the popcorn's salty as fuck, which is why it's salty. I mean, they're trying to, get as much money as they can. It's fucking crazy. Next, we got Morbius. Morbius is going to be coming out in April. Now, Morbius was supposed to be released in January, but it got shifted over to April. It was delayed. Again, there was a lot of delays going on. Now, here's my only concern about Morbius. It's a Sony film. Nothing personal against Sony. Like, I love Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. I actually enjoyed some parts of the Amazing Spider-Man that everybody wants to talk shit on because they're different universes. Everybody wants these movies to be like the childhood and the comic books that they grew up with, and that's never gonna happen. Nostalgia is way the fuck up here, and you'll never reach that high no matter how tall you grow. So, that being said, Sony is kind of fucking up Spider-Man here recently, all right? They did a really good job with Into the Spider-Verse because those people, I honestly believe, were fans of the comics. And this is where a lot of these comic book movies are falling behind. The people that are writing the scripts and directing the movies aren't necessarily fans of the comics. If you look at the Marvel movies, a lot of those people are fans of the series or even worked for Marvel Comics. So that's why they're so heavily involved and they get it done right a lot of times. That and the love for the detail. Some of these people are just trying to make a name for themselves and they're putting their names out there and said, look, I did this shit. No, that's not how it fucking works, man. You got to be involved. You got to be invested, because if you're not emotionally invested in the characters, you're not going to write them right. And that's just my personal opinion. I want to see what's going to happen with this. I like Jared Leto. I like Jared Leto as an actor. I don't care what anybody says about him. I know he wasn't the best fucking Joker, but he did what he was directed to do because he is a brilliant fucking actor, right? Look at him at Dallas Buyers Club. Jared Leto is a brilliant fucking actor. He only did what he was directed to fucking do. It's not like he created the thing all by himself. Somebody else created that fucking character and he just gave it life. All right. That's all there was to it. Don't blame him. Blame the fucking writers. On to our next movie. Doctor Strange 2. Now, Doctor Strange 2 is going to be a fun one. This one's going to be tying into Wanda over in the fucking WandaVision series. If you did not watch the Disney Plus series, if you're not watching the Disney Plus series and you're watching the Disney Marvel movies, fuck is wrong with you? You're not reading the whole fucking story, man. You're catching the Reader's Digest version of all of this shit. There's more fucking details going on. And if you're not watching the Disney Plus series and you're watching the Marvel movie with me, don't ask me fucking questions because I'm not giving you fucking answers. I'm trying to get into my new investment here. With this Doctor Strange one, this one's going to be fucking crazy, man. It's going to be going into multiverses. I have no fucking clue how far this one's going to go, but it's going to be bringing in a lot of characters, and I have a lot of high hopes. I really would like to see a Reed Richards pop up in this son of a bitch, be one of the Illuminatis, because they said they're going to be bringing in the Illuminatis, which I think somebody said Patrick Stewart was confirmed to be Professor X as far as the Illuminati characters in Doctor Strange 2, which is really nice. I want to see that happen. Thor Love and Thunder. Honestly, I don't know about this one. Who's directing this one? See, everybody's talking about it. Ex-Batman Christian Bale makes an MCU debut as a villainous Gore the God Butcher. But who is directing this one? If Taika Waititi is not directing this one, I don't know if it's going to be as good. I like the way that they've taken Thor over into a comedic character. That, for me, is a little bit more of what the modern day Thor needs. That old Thor with the old Odin speak and the North. No, it's not going to work. I like Thor, kind of like the rom-com type of Thor, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how this one turns out, man. Then you got the Black Adam movie coming out. Now, how we're coming over to the DCEU again. Man, Black Adam. I don't know about this one, man. I know The Rock has been really big on it and everything, but if they don't do a good job on this story, I'm not really sure what all is going to happen with it. Excuse me, folks. My cat just tried to interrupt the show. So I don't really know what I honestly, I have no hopes for Black Adam. I might or might not watch it. It just depends on the whole situation and what kind of mood I'm in. And even if I even think about giving a shit. Now, this one I am excited for, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This one, Spider-Man is one of my favorite characters of all time. I absolutely love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a lot of people's favorite character because of the fact that he relates and everybody is able to relate with him because he's just a fucking kid at first, right? I mean, now he's grown and everything, but then you got Miles Morales, the new kid, and now they're reinventing Miles Morales with Across the Spider-Verse, and now we're doing it again. And this one I'm really excited for. I want to see what's going to happen with this one. Plus, I was actually a big fan of Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen, I don't know what it is. I think it was the costume design that really hooked me on her. Something about that white and purple costume design with the web on the inner of the hood. It's just fucking sick, man. It's the graphic artist in me and the designer. The Flash. Now, this one, a lot of people are excited for on The Flash because of the fact that I think Michael Keaton, let's see what it says, Ezra Miller's super speedy Barry Allen made a less than auspicious movie debut in the 2017 theatrical cut of Justice League. The ensuing Snyder cut gave the character more room to maneuver, but frankly, we want to see the snarky superhero get a movie all to himself. Fortunately, that's exactly what's on the cards in The Flash, which is set to introduce both the Flashpoint storyline, which I don't know if you're familiar with, the Flashpoint Paradox, really good storyline. There is a DC animated movie that is available. You can watch it on HBO Max. And Michael Keaton's cinematic iteration of Batman, which is bringing in Tim Burton's Batman. That was actually a classic Batman flick. Loved it. And it cracks me up. Batman cannot turn his fucking head. That is the funniest fucking shit. I never noticed it until I got growing up, man, but that is funny as fuck. I don't give a shit who you are. Last seen on the big screen in 1992's Batman Returns. Yes, it looks like the DCEU is getting into the multiverse action by scrambling the various franchise iterations to hopefully delightful effect. Now, I don't know if DCEU has the right to use the word multiverse. I think Marvel actually had the copyright on that. DCEU was talking about something else whenever I think they said something about that on the fucking Arrowverse or the CW verse, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yes, I watched some of those up to so long, but oh my God, it just got bad. I can't do the CW drama, man. I can't do the CW drama. Give me my fucking Arrow without the fucking tinny bopper shit, man. I can't do it. It's like, I can't do the Riverdale shit either, you know. And the thing is, it's like the CW decided they're going to take the fucking DC comics and they're just going to throw everything into a fucking movie. You got Arrow, you got Supergirl, you got Archie fucking gang, man. Come on, man. And then Riverdale. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Now, this release date is going to be November 11th in 2022. We're going to see if that's actually going to make it because we've got so many movies that are getting delayed all the time. You never know what's going to be happening, folks. All right. It says this movie, we wait with bated breath to see how the Black Panther sequel will respond to the absence of Chadwick Boseman. God rest his soul. He was a good actor. I did enjoy him. My favorite movie he was in was 42. Phenomenal fucking movie. His Quiet Command. I think that he was in that movie. Yeah, he was in that movie. Okay, don't. Oh my God. Shh. Don't yell at me. I'm tired. It's been a long day. His quietly commanding presence anchored in the 2018 MCU blockbuster, which garnered acclaim, Oscar wins, and box office go for his inclusive, open-minded tone. It's been reported that the character of T'Challa will not be recast, so we wonder who will take up the mantle. Letitia Wright Shuri returns as blah, 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 having Transformer. Okay, so I don't know what the fuck's going on, what we're going to do with T'Challa and stuff like that. And then number 9 is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I am honestly not very excited for this one unless I'm tripping fucking balls. Oh my God, dude, Aquaman was the worst movie to watch sober and the best movie to watch tripping balls. I'm just saying, that's all there is fucking to it. There is no in between with this movie. You're either at one max or the other. And I promise you, one was fucking phenomenal. And I laughed so hard I was in fucking tears. Best fucking movie I ever watched when I was like that. All right. And that's pretty much our show, folks. I don't want to drag it on too much. I mean, I've already given you enough fucking opinions and I've already pissed off enough fucking people. And I can almost promise you that this episode may or may not stay up on YouTube. They might just take it down because of my comments and my opinions. But if you're listening on the providers on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or anything like that, you might still get to keep it. I don't know. We'll see what happens, folks. All right. So that's our show for today. Hopefully Kiki will be back here very soon. Glad you enjoy us. Glad you tune in. Keep coming back. Check back. We are having regular shows all the time. Remember, don't forget, you can search for Lowdown Dirty Podcast on Google. You'll be able to find us on there. We are available on most major podcast providers. Don't forget to check out the website, lowdowndirtyshane.com. There are new editions always coming to the site. New episodes almost daily. All right. Don't forget, you can also, if you're watching on YouTube, you can like and subscribe, follow along, hit the plus, ring the bell if you want to get notified for new episodes that are coming out. Broadcast podcast. I try to keep out on Mondays. We're all back around almost daily. And then we got Scooby's just around the corner, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
This has been a Lowdown Dirty Shane's production.
Just jokes, folks.